It definitely feels like summer is over now. Yesterday night was just crazy. It's been raining a lot. And the wind has been like this for 4 or 5 days now. And with these constant squalls with rain, it's kind of hard to get anything done out here. But I'm trying. So the plan for today and tomorrow is to finish with all these antennas that I have mounted here. This one is for the satellite phone, the Iridium Go. The GPS for the AIS. And then we have a Wi-Fi booster antenna over here. And then we will have another GPS antenna mounted here and a 4G antenna because we will have a router so we could have extended range on our cell phone coverage. So we'll have 2 of those antennas, one on this side and one on the other side for the 4G network. The reason that I have them this low is that I don't want anything more than necessary to be able to throw a shadow on the panels. And this way, at least we can't get the shadow from the antennas and only from the mast if the sun is in front of the boat. And I have finally pulled all the cables through. It's been a lot of work. As you can see, these cables are pretty stiff. So it's been a lot of work pulling them through the pipe here. So there's still a lot to do here with the cables and everything. And then of course I need to mount these seats. These. Mount them back again in the corners here. So the next step is to get all the cables into the boat through the deck. I will use these cable glands that you people on YouTube taught me that the name was for these. So thank you. So I'll use a few of those. I need to take up a few more holes on this side, one more on that side. Get the cables into the boat and through that channel on the back wall in our in the stern cabin, so I can pull them under the floorboards. So that's it for today. I have pulled all the cables through and put on the cable glands and sealed them. Have to tidy up here tomorrow with all the sealant and everything, but I will let it rest now. Also fixing the cables here so it looks a bit more tidy. But that's something I have to do tomorrow because now we have to head into town. Have to do some errands. Malin is going to the dentist, so I'll have to continue tomorrow. So I'm preparing the last connection for the 4G antenna on that side. I've done 3 of them now. These crimped connectors for the coax cable? Coaxialkabel in Swedish. There it is. Have measured all the other cables just to be sure that there's no connection between ground and the center cable here. So I will do that on this cable as well. Yeah, no connection, which is a good thing in this case.
Ja, det kan du göra.
Helping Daddy to pull out the cables in here.
hjälpen lilltjejen. I'm installing the new antenna for our AIS transponder. The old one broke down on the west coast, so we've been in a town called Lysekil now for quite some time on marine traffic. What a bummer. Turns out that I have the wrong connector for the cable. So I can't connect the cable to the actual AIS. Have to go to the store tomorrow and buy a new one, because the ones I have are too big. So I guess I'll continue with something else.
Johan has started this new type of boat yoga lately.
So I just connected the spotlight, and there's a lot of light, and I think the position is pretty good. It used to sit just on a pole on the side of the boat in the stern, but now it's a lot higher up. It gives more light up on deck. Of course, we also have a deck light, but this is even stronger, and this way we can see the mainsail as well, which is nice at night when you take a reef or if there's a problem of any kind.
Another day full of preparations for our departure. I have a long list ahead of me that I need to have fixed before we leave. Malin and Vera is away. They're trying out a new playground in the neighborhood. So that's a good opportunity for me to lift up the floors here in the boat, because I need to pull some more cables through. One of them is the cable for the radar that we used to have on the mast, but we now have in the stern of the boat on the backstay. But the power cable for that is still sitting here under the floorboards next to the mast. Another thing that I will try to finish today is the installation of the router, the 4G router and the Wi-Fi extender. And there's quite a lot of work with that as well, more cables, but we'll see how far I will get. It's getting pretty tight in those cable pipes now. Not many more cables can fit in there. So the cables are pulled through, both of them. The radar and the cable for the router. The power cable for the router. So next, I think I will connect this to the radar, and then I'll continue with the installation of the router. Hej! Ska du vara med och hjälpa till?
Baby. Baby.
Jaha, har du gjort det?
Ja, han har hjälpt mig med verktygen igen.
Nej.
Now the radar is connected. So this is our new setup for internet on the boat. We will have a yacht router for the 4G network, cellular data with the two SIM card slots in. and we will have a Wi-Fi booster, and also we will have an NMEA to Ethernet converter that will send all the NMEA data into the router, and all of this will be connected in a network. A really great feature with this is that you can access this data over the internet, so we can check on our phone and see how high the wind is at the moment at the boat. Let's say that we're in an anchorage and we want to see how high the wind is there. We can just check that on our phone, because this box will send the wind data from the boat into this box and then out on the internet. So that's a nice feature. Also, the biggest benefit of this is that we have the external antennas, which should give us a really good coverage. Even if we're far from land, we should be able to pick up a 4G network. Or if we're in an anchorage and we find a suitable Wi-Fi network ashore, we can probably pick that up with this one. So I'm really looking forward to try this out. Stuff like this is really not my thing. I don't know much about it, so it will probably take me some time to set everything up correctly, but it will be a really nice upgrade for the boat to have this, especially since we're uploading videos and working online a lot, so it will be nice to have good stuff for that.
Johan is making the bed in the forepeak, in Vera's future room. That's where we'll sleep tonight. It will be our first time sleeping in the forepeak. That will be fun.
Vad hör på dig då? Oj. I think it's way better to sleep with the head in the correct direction.
Yeah, I think so too. But we didn't have this piece in. I think we would fall out of the bed then. Okay, it's time for breakfast. Departure day is getting really close now. We have the slip for 8 more days, and then we are basically planning to leave Sweden. Of course, it will depend on the weather. We won't leave if it's really bad weather, so there might be a few more days that we stay here. So yeah, there's a lot going on. Johan and Vera, they are out on an errand right now, and yeah, the boat is upside down, but there's no worth in tidying up at this point. We'll do that really quickly before we leave. So the main focus is getting all the things that we need. We have ordered a bunch of stuff from online. We have to get all the documents ready. Yeah, so there's a lot of looking on our to-do list right now. Så låter de, ja. How's it going, Johan?
Not very good. I'll have to replace one of the cables.
Nej! Nej!
Okay, den är.
Yeah. Done?
Yeah. So finally, I have connected everything in here for the router. I still need to connect an NMEA cable to the multiplexer outside, so that's something I will do later tonight, I think. I have put in SIM card here in slot number 1, and yeah, it will be interesting to try out the Wi-Fi booster as well. There's a network here in the harbor that I will try to connect to. So I'm getting closer with everything back here. Everything, all the cables are now finished. Everything is working. I have tested the radar, the floodlight is working, and the Wi-Fi antenna is working, and also the satellite antenna, and the new GPS antenna for the AIS transponder is now working, so we're not stuck on the west coast anymore. We should show up on my marine traffic now in Malmö. So now I just need to mount 2 more brackets here, one on this side and one on that side, for the 4G antennas, but that should be a pretty quick job. I also need to install the stern light here, the navigational light. I have the cable and there's power on that.
Ska vi bära sängen? Oj, oj, oj. Vi ser här.
Not perfect, but it looks okay. I just need to fill in these holes. I had to alter this piece quite a bit because because we have rearranged all these pipes back here. But it looks okay, I think.
Thank you so much for watching. If you want some behind the scenes material, you can join our Patreon and have a look at our latest live stream about our coming sailing plans. See you next week!